vision for nurturing future leaders. Bayes University is in a league of its own. We're all about our people, processes, and technology.
Bayes is one of the highly rated universities in Nigeria in terms of product quality standards.
We don't just produce graduates, but groom people into employers of labor.
And it has made us understand that learning is all about three things. We learn, we unlearn, and we relearn.
Bayes University Hospital offers a range of specialized services equipped with the latest technology, manned by a team of trusted professionals. And now, our vision extends beyond our walls with the Baba Ahmed University in Kano following our lead. Join us at Bayes University and invest in your future today.
Bayes University is the institution that you will get the best value for money education in Nigeria.
Bayes University. Learn to live.
On Global TV News Express, Vice President Shettima advocates a key acquisition in addressing youth empowerment. A Jaw group urges President Tinubu to revert to 1963 Constitution as part of national reforms efforts. In sports Minister challenges Team Nigeria on surpassing 1996 Olympics record. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television. We are live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodu. President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria can become an African hub in the global electric vehicle revolution. Speaking at the commissioning of the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure Compressed Natural Gas Conversion, Filling Reverse Engineering and Training Center in Otako, the nation's capital, the president said his administration is focused on the full range of energy options for powering the Nigerian transport sector. Represented by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, the President highlighted the abundance of deposit of lithium ore, which is the raw material for electricity, vehicle and battery manufacturing, adding that in addition to gas, electric vehicles are a major plan of his administration's overall strategy. The Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress have declared a nationwide strike beginning from Monday, June 3rd, 2024, over the tripartite committee's inability to agree on a new minimum wage and hike in electricity tariff. President of the Congress, Festus Osifo, announced the strike at a joint news conference with the leadership of the NLC in Abuja.
We are hereby declaring the commencement of a nationwide industrial action, a nationwide strike, effective from Monday, June 3rd, 2024. And this strike shall be indefinite. And this strike shall be on until we have a new national minimum wage.
According to the Labour leaders, the decision follows the expiration of an earlier request to the federal government to conclude all negotiations for a new minimum wage before the end of May. Meanwhile, the federal government has pleaded with organized labor to reconsider its decision to embark on an indefinite strike from Monday, June 3rd, 2024, in protest against the government's refusal to raise the proposed minimum wage from 60,000 naira. In an interview, Minister of Information and National Orientation, Idris Mohammed, described the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress as partners in Project Nigeria, and noted that the industrial action is not a solution to the ongoing negotiation for a new minimum wage for workers. In a related development, the Construction and Civil Engineering Senior Staff Association and National Union of Civil Engineering, Construction, Furniture and Woodworkers have threatened to stop work on major roads due to crisis. The unions affiliated with the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria and the Nigerian Labour Congress represent the senior and junior staff in construction industry. Speaking at a press conference in Abuja, national presidents of both bodies raised their alarm over the plight of construction workers, pointing out that the construction industry is the second largest employer of labor in Nigeria after government. Vice President Kashim Shettima has said Nigeria can earn more than it currently generates from the sale of crude oil if youth in the country are equipped with the skills necessary to take advantage of employment opportunities in the digital space. The Vice President said this while reiterating the importance of seizing opportunities, particularly in the digital space, while addressing the 4th National Council on Skills meeting on Friday at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. He urged the committees to work diligently as a team to address their challenges in the skills development sector, emphasizing the need to focus on high-earning skills in rapidly changing global landscape. Shettima therefore urged the National Council on Skills to focus on high-earning skills in rapidly changing global scape. The National Assembly has disowned a purported bill seeking to return Nigeria to a regional system of government. It had earlier been reported that there are plans to return to the regional government in Nigeria, and the bill is expected to be passed into law before October 1st, 2024. Part of the draft bill circulating on social media is titled "A Bill for an Act to Substitute the Annexure to Decree 24 of 1999 with a new governance model for the Federal Republic of Nigeria." Nigeria practiced the regional system of government after it gained independence in 1960. In 1979, after military rule, the country adopted the presidential system of government and has maintained it to date. President Bola Tinubu has reassured Nigerians of his administration's resolve to prioritize their welfare and make it a centerpiece of his national development agenda. He made the commitment at the inauguration of the Wuye Bridge interchange linking Wuse and Wuye districts in the Federal Capital Territory. Queen Agaba tells us more.
President Tinubu, while commending Federal Capital Territory Minister Barrister Nyesom Wike and his team for completing a project that was initiated in 2009, expressed his willingness to make personal sacrifices for the welfare and prosperity of Nigerians, highlighting ongoing investments in essential services such as water supply, electricity and other road networks. The president says his administration has laid the groundwork for economic growth, social progress and improved quality of life for residents of the Federal Capital Territory.
Inaugurate this engineering infrastructure in Wuse district of Federal Capital Territory. It's just another one in the series of commitments made to the people and the government that you will definitely make a difference.
The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike says the wide array of projects being inaugurated in the FCT during President Tinubu's first anniversary would not have been possible without the exclusion of the FCT from the Treasury Single Account, TSA. Queen Agaba reporting for Global Television.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has extended the flexible work-from-home initiative for state workers by an additional 3 months. The directive, which takes effect from 3rd June and is expected to last till 3rd September 2024, was contained in a circular signed by the State Head of Service, Bode Agoro. Agoro, however, noted that the staff of Lagos Internal Revenue Service, teaching staff in basic and secondary schools, healthcare workers, clinical staff, allied health professionals in clinical facilities, as well as first responders in the state and drivers are exempted from the work-from-home initiative due to the peculiarity of their work schedules. The Ijaw National Congress has called on President Bola Tinubu to revert Nigeria to the 1963 constitution, a move it says is similar to the president's recent move with the national anthem. The National Publicity Secretary of the Ijaw Group, Ezonebi Oyamegba, applauded the president for reverting to the anthem. He, however, urged Tinubu to extend this initiative to the 1963 Constitution, which had a parliamentary system of government. According to the Apex Socio-Cultural Organization of the Ijaw people, the 1999 Constitution currently in use is not people-oriented enough and was introduced to Nigerians to enslave the people. A suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Alba Kyari, has been released from the Kuje Custodial Center in the Federal Capital Territory after spending 27 months in detention. Kyari was detained following his arrest on February 14, 2022 by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency for alleged involvement with an international drug cartel. Minister of Health, Professor Muhammad Pate, has reiterated the commitment of the federal government to provide improved quality healthcare infrastructure, equipment, and trained human resources. The minister, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Kachalom Dajo, stated this at a one-day workshop on pooled procurement officers across the nation held in Abuja. Samuel Odi tells us more.
The minister said the workshop is an opportunity to further conceptualize pooled procurement initiative, share best practices, and develop innovative strategies to further enhance procurement processes.
This initiative has been instrumental to strengthening our health system through targeted capacity strengthening support in the areas of quantification and procurement of health products at the national and subnational levels. Your lead technical efforts in the quantification of Safe Motherhood Initiative.
Member of the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply, Alan Martins, said the aim is to foster collaboration with government agencies to help procure improved health equipment for the health sector in Nigeria.
This gathering is united by a common goal, which is to contribute to the universal health coverage by improving availability, affordability, and access to life-saving health products for the people of Nigeria through effective procurement practices.
Discussions at the workshop by participants centered on implementation strategies for pooled procurement with a case example. Samuel Odi, reporting for Global Television News.
The Nigerian Education Loan Fund has confirmed that Nigerian students studying abroad are ineligible for the newly introduced student loan scheme. The Access to Higher Education Act 2023, signed into law by President Bola Tinubu on June 12, aims to provide interest-free loans to indigent students attending Nigerian tertiary institutions. The move is in line with Tinubu's campaign promise to enhance education funding. Dele Alake, a member of the former presidential strategy team, noted the significance of this legislation in making education more accessible. You're watching News Express coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. When News Express returns, federal government secures World Bank's $500 million loan for electricity sector. These and other stories coming right after this break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcasts of News Express. Thank you for staying with us. On the foreign scene, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa is under growing pressure after leading the ruling African National Congress, ANC, to its worst election result in 30 years, forcing it to share power. With almost all the votes in, the ANC is on 40% down from 58% at the previous election. This is lower than the party's feared worst-case scenario of 45%. Analysts say the ANC has always polled above 50% since the country's first democratic elections in 1994, which saw Nelson Mandela become president. Away from Africa to the United States of America, where Donald Trump's campaign says it has raised nearly $53 million in online small dollar donations after he was convicted in his New York hush money trial, boasting that the verdict had lent unprecedented support to his campaign. The record donation is equivalent to more than $2 million raised per hour. Senior campaign aides say more than a third of the total came from new donors to the campaign and hailed what it called an outpouring of support from patriots across the country. As we turn to business, operators have hailed the decision of the federal government to suspend their controversial $300 levy imposed on helicopter landing. Their decision to suspend the levy came after massive protests against it. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Festus Keyamo announced the temporary suspension of the fee levied on helicopter operators. The helicopter operators protested the levy outsourced to a consulting firm. Keyamo had earlier defended the levy inherited from his predecessor Hadi Sirika, but he bowed to pressure, announcing the suspension in a statement signed by Odutayo Oluseyi, the ministry's spokesman. And running to the exciting world of sports, Sports Minister John Enoch has challenged Team Nigeria to work towards surpassing its best Olympic records achieved at the Atlanta 1996 Games. Till date, the 2 gold medals achieved at the 1996 outing through Chioma Ajunwa and the football team remained the country's best moment in Olympic history. Enoch stated that the need to surpass their records of almost 3 decades ago is long overdue, and noted that the forthcoming Paris event is an opportunity for the Nigerian team to show it is possible. Organizers say the highly anticipated boxing match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul has been postponed after Tyson experienced a health scare. They noted that the decision was made to ensure both athletes have equal training time and can compete at their highest level. The organizers emphasized the importance of putting health and the well-being of the fighters, stating that both Tyson and Paul are in agreement that it is only fair to ensure that both athletes have equal training time to prepare for the crucial match and are able to compete at the highest level. For more sports news, let's join the Sporting Desk for more sporting stories. Hello, sport fans. Let's begin from Spain, where Spanish giants Real Madrid have reclaimed their position as Europe's most valuable football club. Los Blancos, who go in search of a record-extending 15th Champions League win, have already secured the La Liga title this term, have been valued at £4.4 billion. According to an annual ranking of the 32 most valuable football clubs in Europe by Football Benchmark, an economic data platform, Manchester City had overtaken Madrid last year, but fall to second in the standings with a valuation of £4.3 billion, though they will be treated to still be clear of their city rivals United with the valuation of £4.2 billion. In total, 6 Premier League clubs make up the top 10 of the list, with Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea and Arsenal joining their English rivals in 5th, 7th, 9th and 10th place respectively. Remarkably, all clubs within the top 10 have a valuation in excess of €3 billion. Anthony Martial has announced his Manchester United exit, and the French forward looks to have a number of options when it comes to his next club. Martial took to social media earlier this week, confirmed that he would be leaving Old Trafford, bringing his 9 years at the club to an end. Injuries have plagued the Frenchman over recent seasons, but has not deterred potential suitors, according to Sky Sports. They report that Ligue 1, Lyon and Marseille are both interested in acquiring his services this summer. Martial began his career at Lyon, joining the club at the age of 14. Turkish Super League side Beşiktaş are also said to be contemplating a move for the 28-year-old. Martial's contract has been allowed to expire, meaning he is available as a free agent. Clubs Saudi Arabia and the MLS and Mexico are also believed to be monitoring the situation, but the player would prefer to remain in Europe. Jose Mourinho has reportedly reached an agreement to become the new Fenerbahce manager on a 2-year contract. The Portuguese boss is set to replace Ismail Kartal at the Turkish giant, according to journalist Gianluca Di Marzio, in what would be his 11th managerial role. Mourinho, 61, is set to succeed the Turkish boss after Fener finished second in the Turkish Super League for the 3rd straight year. It is believed that Mourinho is to return to the game after being sacked by Roma in January after 2.5 years in charge of the Italian side. Previous reports claim Mourinho was a target of Saudi Arabian club Al Qadisiyah, but seemingly his next destination is Turkey. Monaco midfielder Mohamed Kamara has been suspended for 4 games after taping over the LGBTQ logo on his kit. Kamara, a Muslim, covered up the badge on the front of his shirt with white tape as Monaco beat Nantes 4-0 in the final League One match of the season, with the 24-year-old scoring a penalty in that game. He didn't take part in the initiative because of religious reasons. The French Football League released a statement which read, after hearing the player Mohamed Kamara and noting his refusal during the meeting to carry out one or more actions to raise awareness of the fight against homophobia, the commission decided to impose a 4-match suspension. To end News Express on Global Television, here is a summary of some of our top stories. Vice President Kashim Shettima has advocated skill acquisition as a tool for addressing youth empowerment gap. Ijaw Youth urges President Tinubu to revert to 1963 Constitution as part of national reforms effort. In sport, we told you Sports Minister John Enoh has challenged Team Nigeria on surpassing 1996 Olympics record. That's it on News Express, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, Channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Anthony Momodu saying thank you for watching, and see you again.